Hey guys, Wingo back again, and a while back I was asked to do a versus review between the Superlace X versus the Phenom SG-210, and today I'm gonna do that because I promised I would. So here we go, the Fly Superlace X, right here. Beautiful glove, great construction, great everything. You also have a beautiful glove here in the Phenom SG-210. Love both of these gloves. Both of these gloves are amazing. Give you a quick look around of the SG-210 as well. And of course, if you know me, you know I always get the lace-up gloves. If you see me do a review on a Velcro glove, it's not going to happen too much, but every now and then it might happen. Usually I'm going to do lace-ups, so both of these models are lace-ups. Now, a major difference between these two models is this one is made out of real leather, and this one is made out of artificial leather, but it's a very high quality artificial leather. I've had another pair of Superlace X for about 2 years now, and they still look brand new. The artificial leather is not, there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I just got these, however, and I got these because I wanted to do a fair review because my other Superlace X are in 12 ounce, and when I was asked to do the comparison, I have the SG-210s from Phenom in 14 ounces, and it wouldn't have been a fair review to review a 12 ounce glove versus a 14 ounce glove. So I recently purchased the 14 ounce glove to do this review. And it depends on what you're looking for, but overall, in my opinion, I do like the Fly a little bit better. The SG-210 though, it is made out of real leather versus the artificial leather in this. If that's a big deal to you, then you may want to go with the Phenom. Another difference is the liner. The liner of the Fly is like a silky smooth type of moisture wicking type of a liner. I'll show you in here. You can see it right there. Kind of loose to the padding. You can pull it up a little bit, but it's very silky smooth, very comfortable, but very cooling to the hand. And in the SG-210, it's more of a tricot, like microfiber type of a liner that may absorb a little bit of sweat. It still absorbs moisture. It's tighter to the, it's a lot tighter to the glove and not as loose as what's in the Fly. I prefer what's in the Fly as a liner though. It just, because it doesn't absorb sweat over time and it cools your hand. Another difference between these two gloves is the Phenom is a warmer glove, but it does have vent holes throughout it. There's about 6 vent holes in the palm, and then I think there's 1, 2, 3. Feels like 4 vent holes on the bottom of the thumb in this glove to help cool it off. But if you're gonna go based on which one makes your hand warmer and which one's cooler, the Fly Superlace X, your hand will be cooler. So if it's summertime and you live in a warm area, you might want this one. If you live in a colder area, this one might be the better decision for you. Another difference is, major key difference in these two gloves is the wrist support. The Phenom SG-210 has the best wrist support of any glove that I've ever worn. So if you have bad wrists, this would probably be the better glove to go with versus the Fly Superlace X. You have wrist problems, go with this one because I can't really get my wrist out of position, especially when it's laced up. When you feel this glove, the padding is very stiff on the back of the wrist and protects it extremely well. The Fly does a great job of protecting my wrist as well, but I get a little more flexibility in the wrist in this one, and it can bend quite a bit easier. Another key differences between them, but the padding is very similar in the 14 ounce. So for sparring, the padding when you get hit with it, kind of similar. The Fly seems to get to a denser layer a little bit faster than the Phenom when you're sparring, but they both have like a soft layer over the top of the knuckles that comes down into a denser layer as you push down on it, which is great. I love both of these for sparring, but I'll give Fly the advantage in the sparring because of one little detail right here. When I go to open my hand, this one is a little bit harder This one's easier. But with time, when you break them in, they both become easier to open your hand. Fly, easier for, in my opinion, is easier to open your hand to parry shots than the Phenom glove is. Another difference, Fly has a flat punching surface that helps you get a real good crack on the bag with these Superlace X, whereas the Phenom, it's kind of a cross between flat and rounded. It rounds around, all gloves round this way, but it kind of goes this way, and as you can tell, the punch surface, even from this direction, is much flatter than the one on this. When you go to make contact with on the bag with your punch knuckles on this one, you keep your wrist straight. You're going to be able to land with those front two knuckles very well, as opposed this one has kind of the curve around the middle of your knuckles, and then once the foam compresses when you hit the bag, it comes down on the top two knuckles. This one already puts your fist in position to make contact with the first two knuckles immediately. So in that regard, I give the hand ergonomics just a little bit to the Fly. As far as comfort goes, both of these gloves are very comfortable. I would give the edge to the Fly just a little bit because of the liner. That liner like cooling my hand because it's going to be warm here. It's summertime coming up, but it's going to get really warm, and I probably won't use this glove until winter hits again. But during the summer, I'm going to be using this. It's more comfortable with that liner. The fact that it's smoother and doesn't absorb sweat. So I would give the comfort edge just a tad bit to the Fly. But both of these gloves are extremely comfortable. You put your hand in them, it's like they're tailored to your hand, which is incredible. But another thing, the thumbs. The Fly comes around and curves in like that, and it has a. They both have great thumbs. I don't jam my thumb in either one of them. They're both attached, as you can see, and they're both attached in the right spot, so it doesn't like pull my thumb to a bad place when I clench my fist. It's perfect. The hand ergonomics on the thumb are perfect. I don't really have a problem with the thumb strips on either one of these gloves putting my hand to sleep. You'll have that on some gloves, fresh out the box with both of these, I didn't have a problem with it squeezing the palm of my hand and putting my thumb to sleep by putting too much pressure on it. Both of them have extremely long laces and will lace up around, giving you great wrist support once you lace both of these gloves up. Overall, it's a personal opinion. This glove, the Fly is a little more expensive than this one. The Fly is about $230. $235, something like that, or to $225, somewhere around that, depending on where you get it. And the Phenom is around $198, I think. But they're pretty close in price range. You can't go wrong with which either glove you pick. I just put the Fly a little bit above the Phenom, but that's my own personal opinion. But I still love this Phenom glove. The Phenom glove is the padding in it is very similar to Winning, but right now, the Fly is the one I'm giving it up to at the moment. But it depends. Like if I had wrist problems, I would go with this glove. If I'm living somewhere where it's cold all the time, I'd probably use this one more because it keep my hands warm versus this one, where it'll help keep my hands cooler. But honestly, I'd probably still go with this one in the winter because I don't really see an advantage in having my hands warm when I'm in the boxing gym. But it is what it is. Other than that, guys, it's been awesome having this channel and doing these reviews for you. Another thing about it is they're very simple gloves. Like the design, you get one logo right there, you get your Phenom logo right there, and then across the wrist. Like I love that. Piping, both of them have the piping where it's supposed to be. The thumb strips are cool. They don't put your hand to sleep. They have the piping is absolutely fine on both of these gloves. Very high quality. Stitching is amazing. Double stitching throughout. You can't go wrong with either one of these gloves. If you would like to pick up one of these gloves or purchase one of these gloves, get a hold of my guy John at Box Up Nation. I'll put the link to his website and online store in the description. Go ahead and check him out if you would like either one of these gloves. Both great sparring gloves. Your sparring partners would appreciate you having these rather than some hard gloves that are like bricks or some glove where your knuckles poking through. These gloves will last you years years. You're not gonna have a problem with these gloves breaking down unless you're just absolutely terrible with taking care of your gloves. Like you're throwing them, like doing incredibly dumb things with your gloves. If you're not doing incredibly dumb things with your gloves and you even take a little bit of care of them, these will last you for years. It's been great, guys. That's the end of the video. In my opinion, if I have to go with it, it's Fly. But you wouldn't go wrong if you have reasons for wanting to pick the Phenom, like the wrist support, things of that nature. Then the Phenom is gonna be better than the Fly. But in my personal opinion, I don't have wrist problems. I like the Fly a little bit better. It's been cool. I'm gonna be coming at you guys later with a review on another comparison review. This time it's going to be between the Fly Spectre shin guards and the Hayabusa T3s. Be waiting for that. It'll probably be a couple weeks from now, and then I'm going to leave this video up. Talk to you guys later. It's been real. Later.